Welcome to All Force e-learning classes. Now this is session 1. The new topic here we are going to discuss is human reproduction. Now human reproduction is the topic which we are going to discuss about. Now what is actually reproduction means? What is actually reproduction means? Reproduction. Now reproduction is the process by which an organism show perpetuation of its race. Now it means here this is a life process by which it produces its own progeny or offsprings. Now here is a re means again. This is production. Producing again and again of its own kind, production of its own type again and again. This is called as a reproduction. Now this is the process which leads to perpetuation of its race. It means by this process there will be increase in its progeny. By this process any population increases the progeny. Progeny are nothing but offsprings. Now new individuals are added to the existing ones. New individuals are added to the existing ones by the process called as reproduction. Without reproduction, there will be no new organism is added to the existing population. If there is no new individuals are added in course of time, the population may become extinct. Now hence reproduction is the process by which any species increases its number. This is what we are saying, perpetuation of its race. It is possible because of reproduction. Now this reproduction is of two types, mainly in higher organisms: asexual and sexual. Asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction, where there is no gamete production, no gamete production here, no fertilization. Whereas sexual reproduction, now here there will be gametes. Now these gametes are of two types. They are sperms produced by males, ova produced by females. Now ova otherwise also here called as ova, or otherwise also called as egg or oocyte. Now it means here in sexual reproduction there will be gamete production. Now not only here gamete production, there is fertilization. It also results here fertilization, that is union of gametes takes place. Whereas in asexual reproduction there will be no gamete production, no fertilization. Here there will be only one parent is involved, one parent. Whereas here two parents are involved, two parents are involved. Two parents means here a male and a female. Male will produce sperms, female will produce ova. Two parents are involved in sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is considered as advanced when compared with asexual, because in sexual reproduction what happens here is there is a union of gametes and there will be recombination. Recombination when takes place results in variation. variation results in evolution of a new species. Now this is hence sexual reproduction is considered as advanced than that of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, there is no gamete formation, no fertilization. All the individuals which are produced are similar to that of parent. Whatever organisms which are formed, they are same as that of parent in asexual reproduction. Hence, no variation. If there is no variation, no evolution. Now, hence, sexual reproduction is the one which brings variation, Variations are brought about by sexual reproduction, because what happens during meiosis? Now, in meiosis takes place for the formation of gametes. Now, during meiosis there will be now this process called as crossing over. Now, during crossing over, both the gametes here now show certain new characteristic features than that of their parents. Now, hence what we are saying, variations are produced. Now, these variations are considered as raw material. They are considered as raw materials for evolution. Now, these variations actually selected by nature. This is what the Darwin's theory says. Natural selection. Nature selects those organisms which are having variations. Useful variations are selected. Now, these variations are the raw material for evolution. Now, hence, evolution is possible only by sexual reproduction. Whereas asexual reproduction, unless mutation takes place. If mutation takes place, it results in variation. Otherwise, there will be no variation. Hence, sexual reproduction is the one by which the organisms show variation. Variation is considered as raw material for evolution. Okay. Because during meiosis, the gametes they show here crossing over in sexual reproduction. This is what happens in the sexual reproduction. We do not observe this in asexual reproduction, as only one parent is involved here. Now, human reproduction is also a type of sexual reproduction. Human reproduction is also a type of sexual reproduction. Here is human reproduction is also a type of sexual reproduction. Involves the following events. Involves the following events. Now, sexual reproduction, human reproduction is also a type of sexual reproduction involving the following events. What are the following events which are involved in sexual reproduction? They are following. Involves the following events. What are those? First, here is gametogenesis. Gametogenesis takes place. Gametogenesis, it means here there is union or fusion of gametes. Here what we are not sorry gametogenesis means here formation of gametes. Now, formation of gametes is what we are saying, gametogenesis. Genesis means formation. Gametogenesis, gamete formation. Now, it means here formation of gametes here, this is gametogenesis is of two types, spermatogenesis where sperms are produced, sperms, whereas oogenesis, now this is here, ova are produced. Now this production of sperms and ova is called as gametogenesis. Now this is sperm production and ova production. Now sperms which are produced by male, whereas ova are produced by female. Now this production of sperms by male and ova by female, this is called as gametogenesis. This is formation of gametes. Spermatogenesis, sperm production. Gametogenesis, this is oogenesis, ova. Now this process is called as gametogenesis. This is first. Next, after that there will be insemination. Insemination in semen. Semen is released in, that is release of semen into the female reproductive tract by the male. Now here is release of semen. Semen means sperms with seminal fluid. The sperms along with seminal fluid, we call it as semen. Release of semen by male into the female reproductive tract. Female reproductive tract. Now this is called as insemination. Insemination is the release of semen by male into the female reproductive tract in semen. Semen is released in, where in the female reproductive tract. This is called as insemination. Then fertilization. Now fertilization means the union or fusion of gametes, male and female gametes. Now here is union or fusion of male gamete with female gamete, male gamete with female gamete in female reproductive tract, in female reproductive tract, female reproductive tract. Now this is called as fertilization. Fertilization is the process by which the fusion of male gamete with female gamete in the female reproductive tract, this is called as fertilization, union or fusion. Next, after fertilization, the next step here is implantation. Implantation. What is here implantation means? Implantation, it means here the zygote which is formed. Now this zygote undergoes cleavage and results in the formation of blastocyst. Now this attachment of blastocyst with uterine endometrium is called as implantation. What we are saying here, implantation is the process, here is what we are saying, the process by which the zygote become blastocyst and the blastocyst get attached to the uterine endometrium. The process by which attachment of blastocyst to uterine endometrium, to uterine endometrium. Now this is what we are saying, implantation. Implantation is nothing but an attachment of blastocyst, the zygote which is formed by the union of sperm and ova results in zygote. Zygote undergo cleavage Cleavage results in the formation of morula, then gastrula, then blastocyst. Blastocyst, not gastrula, blastocyst, then gastrulation. First blastocyst get attached. The intimate attachment of blastocyst with uterine endometrium is called as implantation. The intimate attachment of the blastocyst to uterine endometrium, this is called as implantation. Next, in the next step, what happens in the next step after implantation? Gestation. Gestation. What is this gestation? The intrauterine development of the zygote to form embryo and finally fetus. Now we are saying this is the intrauterine development. Intrauterine development. The intrauterine development which takes place inside the uterus. Uterus is also called as womb. This is what we are saying, intrauterine development of zygote results in the formation of what we call it as, first there is embryo and embryo to fetus. Now this development takes place nearly 9 months in the womb of the mother. Now this is called as gestation. Gestation is nothing but the intrauterine development. The zygote which get embedded with the uterine endometrium derives nourishment from the womb. Womb is nothing but uterus. It derives nourishment, it grows in size, it is first called as embryo, then finally fetus. Now how much time it takes? Nearly 9 months. This entire development which is taking place inside the womb or uterus, this is called as gestation. Then there is, after gestation, parturition. Parturition. What is parturition? Parturition, it means here there is act of releasing, this is what we are saying, after completion of gestation, releasing of baby through the female genital tract, that is nothing but through birth canal. Now what is parturition? Parturition is the process, this is nothing but the act of giving birth to child. The act of giving birth to child, or we use not child, offspring, birth to offspring. Offspring means newly born. The act of giving birth to offspring, this is called as parturition. Now this is the final step. There will be some pain, labor pain, we call this as just after gestation period. Now this act of giving birth to the offspring is nothing but parturition. Now these are the events which takes place: gametogenesis, insemination, fertilization, implantation, gestation, parturition. All these events takes place one after the other. What we are saying here is gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is nothing but formation of gametes. Spermatogenesis results in sperm formation. Gametogenesis, oogenesis results in the formation of ova. Then insemination, release of semen by male into the female reproductive tract. Semen consists of sperms. Then fertilization, here this is union or fusion of male gamete with female gamete. This is in the female reproductive tract, fertilization. Then implantation. Implantation is the process by which attachment of blastocyst, the zygote become blastocyst and it get attached to the uterus so that it can derive nourishment and grow in size. This is called as implantation, the attachment, the intimate attachment of blastocyst with that of uterine endometrium. Next, gestation. Now this is intrauterine development. By deriving nourishment, the zygote grows into embryo and then into fetus, finally into a small miniature. Now this is called as gestation. In the womb it takes place, womb or otherwise uterus. Finally, parturition. This is the act of giving birth to the offspring, is what we call it as parturition. There will be labor pain and results in the expulsion of baby. Now this is called as parturition. Now all this event takes place one after the other. Okay. Now here this process, all this process starts only after male or female reaching puberty. When it takes place actually? When the male or female reaches puberty. Now what is puberty? That age of male or female when they are going to be releasing the sperms, male sperms and female ova. That age is called as puberty age. When male and female reaches puberty, then only all this event can take place. Now the puberty age for males and females is different. For males and females. Now for females it is 11 to 13 years. 11 to 13 years. Whereas for males it is 13 to 15 years. When a male or female reaches these years, then this age is what we are said to be puberty age, when they are going to release the sperms and ova. Now sperms are released by male at the age of 13 to 15 years, little later than that of females. Females 11 to 13 years age, this is puberty age for females. Thus first menstrual cycle, menarche, set in and releases ova. This is what we are saying puberty age. When they reach the puberty age, all these activities takes place. 11 to 13 years is for female, males 13 to 15 years. When they reach the puberty age, then only all these activities can take place. Okay. Now what happens actually if all this process has to take place means there will be a sexual intercourse between male and female, which results in the transfer of sperms by male into the female reproductive tract. What happens here? What we are saying here is there should be an sexual intercourse. Now this is what happens, sexual intercourse between male and female, between male and female. Between male and female there is a sexual intercourse. Now what is sexual intercourse? Sexual intercourse here it means there is a copulation. We use the word in lower organisms. Now the act of participation in sexual activity is called as sexual intercourse. The act of participating in sexual activity, this is called as a sexual intercourse between male and female, results in fertilization because release of gametes by the male into the female reproductive tract. Then there will be fusion of gametes. That fusion of gametes results in fertilization. Then zygote is formed. The zygote is formed. This is all the activities takes place later. Now hence here sexual intercourse we use the word, or otherwise simply coitus, C-O-I-T-U. This is also called as coitus. Sexual intercourse or coitus, by which takes place in between male and female, which results in formation of all these events. When this sexual intercourse takes place, can participate in sexual activity after reaching puberty, late, this is marriageable age. When there is a marriageable age, this is a 21 years later, for the male 18 years later, this is a stipulated age which is given for marriage. Okay. Now, this is what happens here, which results in all these activities. Now, hence we will be studying here in the human population separately the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. The male and female reproductive system we going to study separately, the male reproductive system and female reproductive system. Okay. Now, with this we come to this is first session. Now, in the next period we will continue this one. Thank you.